Daggum it. That is the mic, right? Audio input, mic. Wait, which mic is that? That doesn't seem right. Uh, hold on a sec. Which is which? Oh, that's for the camera. Okay, no. Turn that off. I, which is which? That's the snowball. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So for whatever reason, my mic just gone, disappeared. I don't know why. That was stupid. Man, I really should have gotten everything set up earlier. I mean, like I was saying, not that you could hear, but I spent too much this morning dawdling around, shoving fried chicken in my face, and I'm not feeling so good. It's all my fault. Uh, but yeah, it's been a while. It's man, uh, Memorial. It's Memorial Weekend right now, isn't it? Time flies, and happy summer. Happy summer vacation. For those of you that have it, I know some places it's a little weird. I remember back when I used to go to school in Virginia, uh, we would go until June, and school wouldn't start back up until September. So now I finally have some time to myself to focus more on the channel, focus more on editing, and all the little things that I've been putting off. Uh, Last week, I took a break because there was no new One Piece, and it's a good thing too. By chance, I also happened to pick up a really nasty cold that weekend, and so it's a good thing that I did not try to stream in that state because that was bad. It's been a while since I've been waylaid uh, by a cold like that, where I was so messed up. The fever, especially, was super bad, where I did not have a good sense of balance. I had to, like, manually stand up. Like, keeping myself balanced was a constant effort. That was bad. It's been a while. I don't know what's uh, been going on, really, with my immune system. I used to get sick maybe once a year, and then I would be over it within the course of maybe half a week. It ain't like that anymore. Like even now, I've still got a bit of the cough going on. I think I've got a lot of sinus drainage going on, especially at night. So, sorry if you get some of that in the stream. But right now, since we still don't have Psychonauts 2 online, like every once in a while, I'll try to boot it up to see if maybe it's been fixed when I wasn't looking. Maybe there's been some sort of update. I don't know. But no, it's still not working, and that's something that I'm gonna have to work on, and that's gonna be a process. It means reinstalling Windows, and I don't want to do that yet because I already had like an ongoing editing project that I was doing. So I want to try and finish that, then maybe try reinstalling Windows and fixing whatever's going on. It's definitely a priority because that didn't just hold up the Psychonauts 2 playthrough. That held up like all future gaming projects. I mean, I can't get into any game if I know that my computer is going to be all fussy about it. I got to make sure to straighten that out. That's probably going to be something that I'll take care of within the next 1 or 2 weeks. So for now, what we got on the docket is a new One Piece chapter, going over some possible painting projects in the future, and that Invader Zim special that came out maybe 1 or 2 years ago. I don't remember exactly when. Let me go ahead and... Does it say? I'm really curious. It, 2019! It's already been like 5 years since that came out. Oh my gosh, I've been putting this off way too long. Wow. Time has really been flying. Honestly, ever since 2020, I stopped feeling the change going from year to year. It just feels like one big long year. Honestly, this is probably going to be a short stream. Pretty short because I want to finish cleaning up around here. You can't see it, but I've got stuff kind of shoved off to the side. So I got to get my affairs in order there. And then after that, I've actually got a team that I'm joining on City of Heroes this evening. I'm going to take on a big, like, super challenging group content that has come out just recently. Well, I think it's been recently. I don't even know anymore. Like I thought the new Invader Zim came out only like 1 or 2 years ago. It's been 5 years. But that's gonna be something that that's probably gonna be like around 8 o'clock. So I don't expect the stream to run longer than like 7, if even that. This is going to be a short one. So, let's go ahead and crack into this this new One Piece chapter. There we go. With chapter 1115, Continental Fragments, which is rather telling of the future contents of this chapter. It's getting a little hot in here. There we go. I got the remote for my little ceiling fan right here. One second. Is that a thing on the screen or is that a thing on the wall behind me? What is that? I don't have my streamer lighting. Let me take care of that first. I just realized I haven't hooked that up yet. Oh. Yes. There we go. That's better. I can see my hairdo. I don't even know why I have my headphones on. I don't need headphones for this. Alright, Continental Fragments. When a child, I went to the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 5, getting a bento from Hiyori and Otoko. Sorry, I just got tripped up for a second. I had to try and fetch those names from my memory. Because at first I thought that was, what's her name? What was the name of Izu's brother? Shoot. Well, I thought it was that person, and so I was tripped out because I remember them only having one arm. Dang, who is that? Who was it that lost their arm? Oh my gosh, this is eating me up. How could I forget? That character that we were with for like 4 years. No, not Toki. Like something of the fallen snow. Golly, why can't I remember? I can't remember that character's name at all. Oh, now I gotta look that up. Kiku, that was her name. Yes, okay. Sorry, it's just when I get hung up on something like that, I feel like I have to figure it out right away. Okay, getting a bento from Hiyori and Otoko. Oda says, Ada's recent concert at the National Stadium was incredible. The world-traveling pop princess keeps outdoing herself. I don't know who that is. But, okay. Oh, there's the straw hat flag. Right next to all the waterfalls. I would worry about it, like, getting really wet. So, it's just occurring to me, like, this is the chapter. We're not in the cover story anymore. We're in the chapter and we're back to Wano. Like, oh my gosh. Can we please stay out of Wano? Like, we were stuck there for like 4 years. It would be really nice to not have to go back so soon. Okay, so we're in Wano. It's hard to believe this foreign transmission is reaching us. Now, you may be wondering how he came to be known as a pirate. We found the snail in the castle among Orochi's possessions. So you are a pirate, Joy Boy? Just like Luffy. You know of him, my lord? Huh. He does know about him. Now I'm really wondering just how much was in Oden's little journal. I feel like maybe he's actually managed to drop some major knowledge bombs. Okay, a jail cell at the G4 Navy base. Ex-fake Luffy, Damara Black. Is he fake Kid now? Why? Who wants to pretend to be Kid? That guy's a loser. And fake Sanji is now fake Killer. And there's fake Heat and fake Wire. Like, why? Who aspires to be a loser like Kid? That guy sucks. Okay, Joy Boy, who cares? I bet you could easily beat him, right, Captain Kidd? Duh, the man's already dead. That's our captain. The only thing bigger than his confidence is his belly. Yeah, I'm clearly a million times tougher than this Joy Toy. It's Joy Boy, boss. Oh boy. Are we gonna find out that Joy Boy is actually like the ultimate badass? Like, badder than Roger, badder than everybody? He's like the top of the top tier. Do bear in mind, I only have access to a handful of poneglyphs, but their combined narrative clearly chronicles an unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. During that period, Joy Boy faced an enemy, the organization now known as the World Government. Wait, isn't it us? Well, he did say he was a pirate. Vegapunk. Back then, they were merely the Allied Powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 separate kingdoms. What am I looking at? What? Is this guy... Okay, first off, does this guy have Haoshoku no Haki? And second, is he using it to knock out all these snails? First off, I didn't think any of these dudes would have Conqueror's Haki. They just don't seem like the type. But then there are a lot of characters that I would not think to be the type. Like, I wouldn't expect Ace to have Conqueror's Haki. I wouldn't expect Odin to have Conqueror's Haki. Wouldn't expect Kid to have Conqueror's Haki, but they all do. So, whatever. And second, I don't really know why I expected it to not have an effect on Den Den Mushi. I guess because I think of them as just being more like machines? Like, they are living creatures, but they behave like being wired up to these machines just kind of, like, brainwashes them or has them hypnotized, so you don't think they would be susceptible to, like, your spirit. But whatever, so Mars is actually pretty serious in his own right. Not just as part of this this little team of Power Rangers that they got going on. It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to oppose the formidable faction to which Joy Boy belonged. Which, I'm pretty sure I talked about this last time we streamed. I'm really thinking that the Straw Hat Pirates are a lot older than we think. That this guy, Joy Boy, led the original Straw Hat Pirates. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if they name drop that faction and it turns out to be indeed the Straw Hat Pirates. I'm afraid that the cause of this conflict still eludes me, so I do not presume to judge the morality of the combatants. The world government is clearly evil, and Joy Boy is clearly good. His name is Joy Boy. There's no way this guy's evil. No way. Mm-mm. And clearly the world government, or the Allied Powers as they were called, clearly they're evil. Clearly. I can, however, say that this war was a clash of two opposing ideologies. I mentioned earlier that Joy Boy was born into a fantastical civilization. So, in the New World, one so advanced that it is hard to believe it existed over 900 years ago. The weapons that existed during the century-long struggle are far beyond our modern science. That's amazing. Okay, and now we're just randomly checking out the Foxy Pirates? Feh. What's that peanut-headed fool saying? Boss, you're making me hungry. Such technology is baffling even to a genius such as myself. He's so big-headed. Poop, poop, poop. And therein lies our problem. In the labostratum. Gotcha. Stussy. It's me, Edison? Lower the barrier and hightail it out of there. But I can't. What if something were to happen to the Straw Hat crew? I'm gonna be straight with you. There ain't no point in the barrier no more. Really. No kidding. Because when people are just cutting right through that, no problem. And then you tell me that there's no point in the barrier? Oh, shocker. Like, this barrier is a jobber, man. People cut right through that, no problem. Like, Luffy went through it, Mars went through it, I think Bonnie went through it, Edison went through it. Despite being treated as this insurmountable obstacle, the barrier seems very much surmountable, in fact. Not when there are monsters on the island who can ignore it. Yeah, no kidding. We've done all we can for them. I'm sure they'll make it somehow. Edison, don't you think that you should have told them to turn off the barrier before you flew through it? I mean, you don't look great. Like, the barrier ain't no thing, but it's not exactly pleasant to go through it either. Okay, we've done all we can for them. I'm sure they'll make it somehow. How much longer, Jinbei? My apologies, we're almost there. There's nothing to apologize for. We were busy. Is that you, Zora? You're gonna get it later. Now hurry up. They're moving their ships to blockade the northeast coast. I'll never forgive you if we get blasted out of the water after all this. Thankfully, the giant warrior pirates are running interference. I mean, just their boat is so big that alone is really stifling the efforts of the Marines. I imagine it's hard getting around that big beast of a ship. That's good to hear. I was worried Stella would never forgive me if I let them get caught. As if, now get your ass out of there. But I don't know what to do with myself, huh? Now that Stella's gone, who am I meant to live for? I have no purpose. Stella's not gone. I'm not convinced of this. His big brain is still alive in the Frontier Dome because Mars didn't blow it up for whatever reason. Don't let him use his sword. This geezer can cut anything. Sense the living voices. Bonnie. Bonnie, get down. Yeah. Sense... What is going on here? Huh. Ah. I can't maintain Distorted Future for very long. The Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat. How much do you intend to say, Vegapunk? He's leaving? He's leaving? Is he, like, taking off into the sky? Can he fly? Can he use, like, Geppo to run in the air, or what? There are too many life forms up here. But the aftermath had grander consequences. Oh boy. So V. Nostro just cut the entire labostratum in half. This is actually something I was kind of spoiled on. Like, not the specifics, but I did like catch briefly online that one of the Gorosei was going to have like a big epic feat, and this is definitely it. This is some Law stuff when Law cut a whole island in half. Wow. He cut the cloud in half, and there's like lab stuff down inside the cloud. The wake of that ancient conflict scarred the world, and those scars never healed. So, alright, so I guess he didn't get the transmitter with that attack, because Vegapunk is still talking. What the... Wow. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? I feel like I've kind of lost track of where these characters are supposed to be. Like, they're falling now? Why are they falling? What? Oh, that's the big, well, that's the big, like, champagne bottle shaped thing. Why are we falling now? Wait, the cloud was what they were going to use to get... Oh, they're right there. If you can see my mouse. They're right there. So, I don't know how this is going to turn out. We all know travel between islands can be excruciatingly difficult. The seas one must traverse are so vast and perilous, most people are content to live and die at their place of birth, never experiencing any culture other than their own. Perhaps that's by design of the world government? Isn't that a bit obvious? Yeah, everyone knows the seas are dangerous. That is common knowledge to us now, but it wasn't like that 1,000 years ago. A cataclysmic ecological disaster occurred during the Void Century, and the ancient world was swallowed by the ocean. We are now living atop of the remnants, continental fragments of the land masses that once were. Yeah, this is cool looking. It's been a while since we've gotten a really good spread. Neat. That's super cool looking. Say what? The world of a millennia ago sleeps unseen at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, it's true that there aren't a lot of, like, submarine adventures in One Piece. So a lot of the ocean floor is unknown. I mean, when Law showed up and he had, like, the first submarine ever, that was a bit of a surprise. You didn't expect submarines in this setting. Because you had gone so long and had yet to see them. So, yeah, I guess a lot of the ocean floor is still unknown. Okay, I know it's hard to believe on my word alone, but there really were multiple vast continents back then. This is insane. Hey Nojiko, where do you think you're going? The whole world is at stake. Fill me in later. I've got to check on the tangerine orchard. Nojiko. This change in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. A feat that seems nigh impossible, but it makes sense when you consider the undeniable conclusion all the data points to. Within a mere century, the average sea level rose by a staggering 200 meters. Okay, let me refresh myself on feet to meters. Or meters to feet, rather. So 656 feet. That's wild. Like so wild that it's actually impossible. Like, where did the water come from? You're telling me that One Piece was a world that, like, at one point didn't have much water at all. And now it's overwhelmed with water. Where did the water come from? What? You're kidding. 200? A warship's only 60 meters tall. No wonder the old world disappeared. Hey, stop listening to this crap. We have work to do. The Seraphim and all those imprisoned Cypherpole agents were spotted falling out of the lab. Oh, did he cut... Did Venus cut open all those big, like, science tubes, or whatever you want to call them. The big things that they were being held inside. We've got to rescue them. Did you hear that? His tall tale keeps getting taller. The old fart's lost his marbles. What a joke. Sakura Kingdom. Chopper's hometown. Is that really possible? Even now, the world still finds a way to keep things interesting. That mountain is around 200 meters. You're saying something that tall would be submerged? That's awful. How many people died? Where is this? Oh, is this, Whiskey Peak? It's got the big cacti, and I think that's Miss Golden Week. That begs the question, how and why did such a flood occur? Naturally, your first inclination might be to assume it was some kind of natural disaster. However, I can say for certain that it was no such thing. It was a man-made calamity. You can't be serious. If this... Vivi's shutting up Morgan's. I'm surprised she didn't have to shut up Walpole, too. If this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records denoting early warning signs several centuries earlier. It was a severe, world-altering event, after all. But my research into meteorology, geology, ecology, and atmospheric science confirmed that there was no such natural buildup. It is impossible for such a... Man, there's a lot of dialogue in this chapter. There was already a lot of dialogue in the last chapter. Phew. Like, look at all this. Vegapunk is really letting it all out. It's a little exhausting, honestly. But I think the chapter's almost over. Almost this whole chapter has just been Vegapunk talking, which... I guess is good. In a sense. I mean, better get it all now. Instead of having it slowly drip-fed to us over the course of, like, 10 chapters. And we did wait a while for Vegapunk to finally start talking, so, you know, we'd better get him talking, right? It's impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years. Meaning the cause lies elsewhere. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago when I analyzed the world's current sea levels. This will be hard to accept, but a disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons. Ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. And that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, that great war which ravaged the world during the Void Century is still ongoing. And Amy doesn't like to hear that. The genius sheds light on a forgotten history, and it seems like there's no break. So, okay. Whew. That is a chock-full chapter right there. Hang on. So the war is still ongoing. Which, I guess in a sense, is kind of obvious. Like, with all the censorship going on. Clearly the world government still fears some kind of hidden enemy. But that'll do it for this chapter. That was quite the lore dump. It was kind of blunt force. But at the very least, not drawn out. Which is good because, like I said, we've already spent quite a bit of time waiting for Vegapunk to finally start talking. I mean, when the broadcast first said, oh, let's give people 10 minutes, like, you gotta know how long that is in manga time. That's like an extra 4 chapters right there, which I'd have to double check. Because remember back in Dressrosa when Luffy needed 10 minutes, how long that was. How many chapters we had to go through of that stuff. Man. So before diving into Invader Zim, I wanted to talk about something else. But first, I gotta fetch something out of my closet. So let me switch to intermission real quick. All right, so we're back on now. Oh, hold on a second. Silly me, forgot to actually close the door of my closet. I mean, it's not really that bad in there, just some like dirty laundry or whatever. But that doesn't mean I automatically want people to see it. Oh man, this is all scuffed. But I just wanted to share some past uh, painting projects that I'd done. These were all done with black light paints that someone had gotten for me for like my birthday or something, like a really long time ago, and they sat around for a long time. Eventually, I got around to using them, and so I made this set of like these three. How am I going to do this? Set of like three different abstract pieces that kind of go together. Uh, Inspired by art that I had seen in someone else's room. The idea is that it's supposed to be like neon lights and like metallic stuff put together. Uh, just basic, no real like meaning to it. I just wanted to make some cool designs. This is the one that I think turned out the best. I don't even remember exactly what inspired it. I just think that chameleons are really cool. I like the way they change colors. I like the weird, crazy shape of their head and their eyes and stuff. They're very alien-looking creatures, and the crazy spiral tail. That's what I keyed in on for this art is all the little spirals going on. So I want to make like a chameleon wizard. And oh man, that needs to be touched up. I don't know if you can. No, you can see some of the black is worn off. It's not even really a good paint job. Like you can see, it's not very even, and that's because that black paint was really cheap, really hard to work with. It was all like goopy, boogery, really hard. Just not a good time, really. I mean, that's kind of why I went on like a painting spree. I wanted to try and get rid of this awful stuff. I mean, I'm grateful to the person who gave that paint to me, obviously. It's not their fault that it's just very stubborn paint. But the one I wanted to talk about was this really big, like, if you can see, it's really big, like, 3-part sci-fi set that I did. I thought about like going back to this a bit and adding some extra stuff, because you see that there's a lot of space at the bottom. I thought about putting like cool pyramids or like space alien desert creatures or whatever, like painting something in black paint to try and punch it up. And this stuff has been in my closet for a long time, so I figured, what the heck, instead of it just sitting around forever, maybe I should try and sell it at a local gallery or something. So I didn't really have time to, because of the illness and lots of little things I had to take care of because it's the end of the school year. I wasn't able to really plan too much of that out. But I figured that might be something that I'll do for the next stream. I'll try and do some pre-visualization, if you will, like try to sketch something in pencil and figure out how it'll work into this new painting that I'm doing. Wait, you know what I should have done? Also, I should have like made this like a little spiral as well. There was room for that in there. But I don't know. At the same time, I kind of like this painting as it is. I don't know if I want to try touching it up. Well, beyond the obvious like fix the black paint that is worn away. It's been sitting in my closet that long. And I mean, I won't get into it now because I would have to find those paintings. While there are more paintings that aren't in my bedroom closet, I would have to go find them. But I have other painting projects that I've got planned based on like dreams that I've had. I talked about that a little bit in I think the first painting stream that I did. About like really trippy dreams that I've had and how they've inspired. They inspired me to start a painting, but I haven't finished it, and it's been like over 10 years. I should really get back to that. One more thing though, this isn't a painting thing, but check out what I found stowed right next to my old paintings. Ooh, almost came out. It's the original trilogy on VHS. I'm interested to see, because I don't remember when the special editions came out. But these are VHSs. The copyright says 95 on all three of them. So these might actually be non-special edition. And they're in pretty good condition too. If I haven't copied them to DVD yet, I should really get on that. Because that's some serious historical value right there. The irony that the special editions are less special than the non-special editions, right? Where the non-special editions are super coveted as not being ruined by a bunch of distracting CG and pointless scenes and other crap like that. So it is almost 2 o'clock right now, but I think we'll just go ahead and get into the main event. Let me see how long it is first. It is an hour and 11 minutes. So that'll carry us until a little past 3. And then I think I'm going to call it a day after that. And like I said, short stream. But there's just a lot of other stuff that I got to do to try and grease the wheels on these other projects that I got going on. Until I get this problem fixed with Windows, all of my big ideas for gaming are on hold. Over the next week, I'll try finishing that video I was editing, and like try and figure out what I want to do with these paintings, and try and look for that other painting that I wanted to finish. Probably stream that as well, and try and get Psychonauts 2 running. And also look into just upgrading my whole setup. Dang it, I keep forgetting to change the text. There we go. Speaking of changing the setup, I really want to, like, the setup I have now, like the overlay is really like I can't even call it a 1.0. It's more like a 0.1 of what I had originally envisioned. There's still a lot of polish that I got to put on that to bring it up to my standards. And gotta invest in like a better camera, a better microphone, all the little things to make my streams a little more professional. And then I'll tell you what else will help with that. I hate to nag, but any support that you guys can give, likes, comments, subscribes, that'll bring us closer to monetization. That'll bring us closer to making a lot of these projects that I have, all these plans for the future, come true faster and in more splendor. Big plans for more games, more shows, more painting, more One Piece. Got a lot of different ideas for One Piece. Got ideas for like superhero movie reviews. Lots and lots of stuff for the channel. The channel I'm really excited about because it is my outlet for a lot of the little creative ideas that I've had floating around in my head. With the channel, it serves as a nice vehicle for all of them. So I want to invest more time in that, and any help you guys can give me in making that happen, that would be really appreciated. For now, let's dig into Invader Zim and make sure that the volume is correct as well. Let me switch to this. I gotta put this away first, though. Well, not put it away, but like move it, because it's like kind of it's kind of in my personal space. That volume should be good. I gotta full screen this, though. Actually, before just diving right into it, should probably like give a little bit of a preface. Invader Zim was huge for me as like a big kid going into becoming a teenager, which I'm sure is the case for a lot of kids from my generation, kids that grew up to be like emos and nerds and stuff like that. This was a big part of shaping our aesthetic, our sense of humor. I was a little bitter about how this basically killed Angry Beavers, though. Like, Richard Horvitz, voice actor for Daggett and Zim, he had to switch gears from being all about Daggett to being all about Zim, so they couldn't really do Angry Beavers anymore. That's how I understand the situation. And Angry Beavers is great. That's a classic series, and I really miss it. But looking back now, if I had to give that up for Invader Zim, that's acceptable losses. I mean, I feel like Angry Beavers had its time. It was around for quite a while. Gave me a lot of laughs. I remember being a kid watching Angry Beavers and laughing so hard that I could barely breathe. Should really look into that series again now as an adult. But Invader Zim was huge. There wasn't really anything quite like it on TV, and nothing since either, where it's sci-fi comedy but with some light horror elements in this really unique near future setting. It's not super far flung, just little things like weird little gadgets. There are slight differences in the way people dress and the technology that they use. Very familiar on a fundamental level, but there's a bit of a dark future, like a dark futurism to it, that I think is super cool. And that was part of like a big like cult phenomenon for a long time. Invader Zim was basically the face of Hot Topic. Like if Hot Topic had a mascot, okay, it would probably be Jack Skellington, but if he had a sidekick, that would be Invader Zim. Like Nightmare Before Christmas, Invader Zim, and Death Note. That was like the trifecta that made Hot Topic go. They were the lifeblood of that whole movement. And naturally, when I heard that there was going to be a new Invader Zim, I was pumped. That was a time when a lot of stuff from my childhood was coming back almost all at once. This was back in like 2015-ish, and that was a really exciting time because folks were just dropping bomb after bomb after bomb. Oh, there's going to be a new Invader Zim, new Rocko's Modern Life, new Samurai Jack, new Hey Arnold, new Final Fantasy VII, new Final Fantasy 15. Just like one hype announcement after another. That was a great time. And unfortunately, since that time, a lot of those things have come out and turned out to be pretty disappointing. So hopefully this delivers on it. I've heard good things about it, though. So, should be hype.
I used to look up at space with hope and wonder in my eyes until space looked back.
Alright, this is already pretty good.
Evil alien soldier of the Irken Empire.
Sephiroth. I mean, Zim.
The almighty tallest. To infiltrate Earth and prepare it for the coming invasion.
Look at this, like, Gurren Lagann parallel works stuff going on.
He went to my school, and with the help of his vile mechanicals.
So, Dib's a grown-ass man in his mind? That's crazy.
Everything we are. And then...
Oh, it's Minnie Moose. Remember?
My name is Dib Membrane. I'm 12 years old.
That character who was always there?
Stands between Zim and the annihilation of our world.
Also big, like, Last Airbender energy with the exposition. Does Professor Membrane have bones in his hair?
Studio 3000 hopes you love what I have made. Also, what is love?
Looks great, Dad. I'm gonna eat that food.
Hold up now, daughter! Isn't it time your brother joined us?
Oh man, no. Since Zim vanished, Dib's been in his room for like a million years. I hardly recognize him anymore. He just sits there in that chair, getting grosser, smellier.
He sure does. But try to be more understanding. Dib's finally letting go of his silly obsession with aliens and ghosts and all his other non-scientific nonsense.
No, he is not.
It's easy for him. Imagine if you stopped believing in, video games.
Don't even joke about that, Dad.
Honey, letting go of silly ideas is just part of growing up. Why, as a child, I thought sharks were my friends. I know better now. So try to be more supportive. He's your brother, after all.
Now I gotta go back to that X-ray, the little X-ray impact frame and see if he's got the robot hand there. The aesthetic has undergone some very slight changes. It's more colorful. It was more colorful. Actually, now that the tension is ramping up, it's going back to looking more like how I remember Invader Zim. So when the tension's off, it's like more colorful and the shapes are like smoother, there's less corners and edges. But when the tension is on, it gets darker and the shapes are all like sharper and stuff. That's cool. I like that.
Where's the shoving stick? I can't shove him in the shoving stick.
Zim's still out there, Gaz. So I have to wait and watch. No one else will. They could never see the truth. Why, though? Brainwashing? Mind control?
Brain erasing ghosts.
No, it's because they're stupid.
Leaves me now, but I'll make them see. I'll expose Zim to the world and open humanity's eyes to the danger of evil. Even Dad, world-famous man of science, will say,
I believe you, Dib. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
That's the worst Dad impression ever. But Dib,
I like the voice acting too. It is
Zim's been gone a long
super spot on for the performances from the old Invader Zim.
I'd be willing to bet that Zim.
Like, these voices have changed almost none at all.
Oh wait, there he is.
it's Zim! He's back! And he's doing stretches! Nobody stretches like that unless they're warming up for evil. This is it! The moment I've been waiting for!
What are you doing? Look at you. The world's not ready to see what you've become. You're hideous. The smell.
The world needs me.
Take a bath first. Take a bath.
Written by Jonah Vasquez. That guy was the man back then. People loved him. Like, anything the guy touched was instantly awesome. It honestly got to the point where people were getting a little obsessive. Ah, there's the old theme. Oh, look at those colors. That is sick. And that, look at Zim's house. That is like peak, like, aughts aesthetic for emos and nerds everywhere.
Hey, sorry. You'll have to move along, hideous goblin. I'm posing dramatically when the dip shows up.
Bandit.
What? But give me a sec here.
We know each other.
Ahem.
Expecting you, Dib!
I can tell. You set up sprinklers and everything.
You can't prove anything! Anyhow,
Where have you been, Zim? I've been monitoring your house, the school, that taco place you love so much.
No, Gurr loves that place. I think it's dirty. I ate a baby there. He did.
What have you been up to, Zim?
Phase 1 of my evil plan, human. Phase 1.
I don't want to.
You've been in your house, sitting in a toilet all this time?
Yes,
Like, the whole time?
that's right.
Did you have to sit in the toilet?
Do not try to understand the ways of my people, Dib!
From the moment my mission began on this horrible planet, you've been there, haunting my every move like a squack in my schmoop squiz.
A what in your huh?
And while the rest of your kind were easily fooled, you were able to see through my brilliant disguise.
Martha! The neighbor boy's an alien! Never mind, Martha. He's normal.
Yep.
I knew if I
Yep,
vanished
par for the
tomorrow,
course.
you'd just watch and wait. Your neglected body growing smelly and useless. But that was only phase 1 of my evil plan. Well, keep watching, Dookie Dim. Watch helplessly as I begin phase 2! No! I'm switching people's mail around.
That's illegal! No!
I'm reading someone's newspaper. I don't pay for a subscription.
Nobody reads newspapers anymore, but now! Stop!
Minnie Moose, get in on this mayhem. That's my mom's pizza sticker. She is crazy for pizza. Hey, what? What did you see that? That's... Hey, don't, wait! Don't
Probably. You know what? Now I'm not sure. Either way, you're helpless to stop me, Chair Dib. So long!
Welcome home, son.
I miss Zim's parents. Zim's parents had like the best episode back in season 1. Well, practically every episode was the best episode in its own way.
Excellent work, me. All is going according to plan, but there's still much to do, Gur. Yes, sir!
So many classics.
Computer,
What?
open a connection with the only
Yeah, that's a sick gaming console.
and biggest fans.
Preparing to call the tallest.
You see, Gur,
It's the U-Box.
the tallest haven't heard from me, their greatest and most incredible invader, in a very long time. They'll be sick with worry.
Love hearing this classic soundtrack come back too. Like equal parts epic industrial and crazy drum and bass stuff. Something that always tripped me up about the tallest though, I remember the red one being pink in the first episode.
Who? Zip! Tiny! Screamed a lot? The guy that sends us the donuts? No.
I miss
That's
Pink
Zim.
Tallest.
He's great. Oh, wait. Zim! We hate him! Yeah, that's him. Remember the time we lied and told him we were sending him on a secret mission to Earth, but really we were just getting rid of him because he's awful? Yeah, we're hilarious.
Hi, tallest. There's an incoming transmission.
Yep, life's been pretty great ever since Zim vanished for good. Anyhow, send that transmission through. I wonder who it could ever be.
It is I, Zim! My Thomas, you'll be overjoyed to know phase 1 of my most ingenious plan to prepare Earth for your arrival was a success.
Sam, we thought you were dead.
Could a dead Zim do this? Sirs, my earthly arch nemesis is now a sad chair, leaving me free to complete the most diabolical phase of my plan. Phase 2, wherein
I love Gur being all recumbent in the background.
Put them on hold. Oh no, I really can't remember what phase 2 is. I must have sat in that toilet too long. Think, Zim, think.
We don't care, Sam.
Why didn't I write it down? Computer, play back any recordings of me discussing phase 2.
One recording found. Would you like me to record any and all mention of phase 2?
No, thank you. Jim forgets nothing. Besides reminding me how cool I look and sound, that was of no help.
He knows we can still see and hear him, right? I like when he was dead.
I remember phase 2. You do? Good work, Gur. Tell me.
You gotta order a million pizzas, and then I gotta roll around in them pizzas, and that's the story about how I turn into a giant pizza.
Man, Gur's freaking adorable.
This isn't the time for the giant pizza story, Gur, and that will never happen. Silence! I need to think. Just calm down. Computer, did you put the tallest on hold?
Nope.
I don't think they heard anything.
Yes, they did!
I am Earth's finest invader.
the Tallists find out I failed to dominate the Earth because I forgot phase 2, who knows what they'll do?
Invader Zim! You were once our best, most amazing invader, but now you're dumb. Also stupid.
Yeah, those Tallest designs are sick.
Stripped of your invader rank, re-encoded as nothing.
But you can't! I am Zim!
Control brains, re-encode.
Re-encoding. It is done, my tallest.
Zim, you will live out the rest of your long, sad days as... Wait, no, never mind.
Time is of the essence. The Tallists could be here any day now, and Dib won't stay in chair forever. Go to my scheming lab and bring me everything that could be phase 2, quickly!
Dude, no one said the Tallest were coming. But what does the second slot do? Come on. Does the second slot shoot French toast or something?
Useless dookie! I need more time to remember phase 2. Computer, how much longer do I have before the Tallest arrive?
Information unknown.
Unacceptable.
Man, the backgrounds are so much more detailed now.
Retrieve their flight plan.
Yes, right away, sir.
Are you doing an accent?
I get bored. P.S. There is insufficient power to access the flight plan.
Then find more power and be sneaky about it.
Activating sneaking mode. Sneaking. Sneaking.
Yes, this is usually the Urkin version of sneaking.
Flight plan retrieved.
Along this line is every world the Urkin Armada plans to conquer.
That's cool looking.
Where's Earth? The Tallest said it was the most important mission of all. Computer, zoom out.
Zooming out.
Keep zooming out until you find out how far the Tallest are from Earth.
Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out.
Hurry it up.
Out. Zooming out.
Vamonos! I must begin phase 2 before Dib gets back into annoying fighting shape.
Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out.
I'm sure it's there. Somewhere.
Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out.
I was in bad shape, then I got 2 in shape, now I'm back to normal shape!
he's got the old cuffs.
Oh man, Dib, not the coat.
It makes me look mysterious. Now step aside. I've got a Zim to stop.
Glad to see Gaz still plays classic handheld games instead of switching to stupid, silly smartphones.
What? Oh. Behold, my boy child! I can't remember the last time I saw you this excited about science.
Huh?
My new Peace Day edition Mem bracelet. Tomorrow at my big keynote event, I reveal it to the world. And when Peace Day comes, the children of the Earth will hold hands and... Wait a minute. The alien hunting briefcase? Oh, son. Not this nonsense again.
Dad, trying to save the Earth from Zim's alien evil is not nonsense. Without me, there might not be an Earth to hold hands around.
Son, there are no aliens. I've tried to be patient with your unscientific interests. Big feats, ghosts, vampire bees.
You saw those sting marks, and you know I eat a lot of honey now.
Well, as a man of science, I need proof, and I just haven't seen...
Proof? Proof? How do you need more proof than this? Everything I've collected from my countless battles with Zim, from my daring travels into the unknown things your science has closed its eyes to.
It makes it very difficult to get to the lunch.
Oh, it's the food gauntlet.
Ship, an alien spaceship I captured from one of Zim's alien enemies.
And the food gauntlet from the pilot.
It will, as soon as it lets me fix it.
Dib, your face is stupid.
It's a fine, fake spaceship you built there, son, but...
Fake! It's not! Dad, nobody believes me, so I'm used to defending our world on my own, but I wish, just once, you'd have my back.
Wishing isn't very scientific, son.
This ends today, Zim! I'm ready for everything you got!
Intruder! Prepare to come in!
I gotta get that as like a ringtone for a bell or something.
Hey, Zim's evil robot. Where's Zim?
It's my special pizza! I make just for Peace Day! You got 10 kinds of pizza inside the pizza! So that's pretty good!
Where's Zim?
I don't know. I worry about that boy so much. You want some nachos?
No. Thank you.
Hey, keep it down out here. Trying to be miserable in my cheesy cocoon of misery.
What's going on in here? What's all this junk?
Yeah, they're all experiments that I was hoping would be phase 2 of my plan.
Is that supposed to be my dad?
Oh, hello, John!
Yeah, I figured he could replace your actual dad. And then, I don't know, ground you forever or something. I just couldn't get it to make pudding the way you love so much. Ruin the illusion!
I don't love pudding. What's that smell?
The smells all me. What's she gonna do about it?
I'm gonna lock you up is what?
Fine, I don't care.
Wait, really? Why?
This is the flight path of the Urkin Armada. And there, millions of light years away from that path, is Earth. Do you see what this means, human?
Your leaders only fly in a straight line?
The tallest aren't coming!
So, you really give up? I actually, finally, win?
Ugh.
Earth.
So Dib only wins when Zim realizes that his mission is pointless.
There may come a time when we at Membrane Labs stop making the world more amazing.
You know, my dad doesn't respect what I do either.
That time is not now.
He thinks I'm crazy like the rest of the world. The world I just saved without anybody knowing.
Tomorrow, at the Membrane Labs keynote, we make history again. Membrane Labs, who wants a better everything?
Wait a minute! The keynote! Dad's announcing the new membracelet tomorrow! The whole world will be watching! If I could somehow take control of Dad's keynote stream, I can expose a real alien, you, live in front of the entire planet!
I believe you, Dib. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Oh, that Dib looks cute.
You just might still be good for something, Tim. What do you say?
Fine, I don't care.
That's cool looking. Hard to believe Dib let him go though. He took off the cuffs.
I am so very proud to announce the new Peace Day Edition Mem Bracelet!
Dib? Why is Zim here?
Don't worry about it, Gaz. I'll explain later.
This is Dad's big night. Don't even think of doing anything dumb or...
Gaz, don't worry. Just go. Enjoy the show. I'm sure it's gonna be something special.
I'm surprised to see Gaz stick up for their dad. Normally she's only worried about herself.
Okay, Zim. Did you use your alien stuff to take over the control room?
Yeah, give me a minute.
See, that's the other thing I remember about Zim. It wasn't just about being funny, it was about having really cool
Button and you'll be
sci-fi stuff.
Everything. Is this update squeaking?
I guess so.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but this is your greatest work ever.
Yeah.
As you know, tomorrow is Peace Day, and nobody is as excited for the big celebration as I am. Not scientifically possible! Children, we discovered they generate an energy field of limitless chaotic potential. Call that child energy childergy. The new Mem Bracelet harnesses that childergy and channels it outward as pure peace and joy. Tomorrow, children will hold hands, encircling the planet in Mem Bracelets to bring about a peace unlike any the world has ever known.
Get ready to see the truth, world. But specifically, Dad. Huh? Oh no.
Greetings, fellow humans.
Zim? Wait, what? Where's my dad?
I'm Professor Zim. Oh, so that other guy just retired and put me in charge. And I just made some exciting new changes to the bracelet.
No! Wait! Zim's an alien! No!
He's so cool, we should all do everything he says, no matter how evil it sounds. Hail Zim! Yes, be
Dang, Zim, this plan's actually messed up.
Please say that was just a horrible nightmare. Dad?
Breakfast is ready.
Yes, 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 yes.
Watch me, that weird fake dad.
Good morning, Dad. Oh no.
Yep. Of course.
Breakfast is the most sciencey meal of the day.
Pudding.
If Foodie 3000 could just perhaps...
No, foodie guy, I'm taking care of it. These my kids in science and stuff.
Gas, I'm so sorry. Zim tricked me. I didn't mean for any of this to...
What? You didn't mean to ruin Dad's big show? Get him kidnapped and hand Zim the keys to Membrane Labs while you and I are held prisoner by something that looks like Dad having an allergic reaction to radioactive bees?
Something the matter, honey?
Nah, it's cool, Dad.
How can you be so calm? That thing isn't Dad.
Yeah, look, just go along with it.
You're not our dad.
Oh man, here we go.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to say, son.
Tib, always kidding. Of course he's our dad. Great breakfast, Dad.
Is it good pudding?
It's the worst pudding I've ever had in my life.
Hey, Tony. It's not easy taking care of two kids on my own. It's so rewarding.
You're a clone. Our real dad's been kidnapped by Zim.
John, it's not nice to say bad things about your best friend.
Zim is not my best friend.
He's wonderful.
No, he's the worst.
You love him?
No, I hate him. He's the most.
I love him.
We need to get out of here.
And find Dad, but Clombrain's fast.
Membrane?
Clone, membrane, and yeah, I already tried busting out every possible way. No luck.
You tried escaping without me?
Let's focus on the now, Dib. Every move I made, he was there to stop me.
Remember, kids, I'm here for you. If you ever need to talk about stuff, stay in school, boy, your teeth.
That's good advice, Dad.
Ooh, it's time for peace day now.
If you're just tuning in to our Peace Day coverage, you're watching Zim,
The new head of Membrane Labs
Zim has such an infectious laugh.
his new mem bracelet from one of the new mobile M-Lab stores deployed all around the world.
Looks like the Omnitrix. Why does this news announcer sound so ominous anyway?
So, this show is just Zim laughing the whole time?
And that concludes the laughing portion of the program.
People of Earth, of which I am one because I am human and inferior and disgusting just like you are. Happy Peace Day! My amazing new Peace Day bracelet is a huge success. You barely sentient bag of meat and juice. What do you think of my new bracelet?
I love it. It's a lot more alive than I expected, though.
It sure is. Already, children around the world are beginning to hold hands. Soon, the Ring of Children will connect right here, and my greatest plan shall be revealed.
He really does seem to love his job.
Wait a minute. That place looks familiar. Hey, is that? Get off my lawn!
Hi, Dib! What are you doing here?
I live here!
You're gonna have to speak up!
You won't get away with this!
What?
You won't get away!
That's great. Grounding Dib and then having your big evil plan in his front yard.
You
Dib!
Oh, that's what the special's missing. It's missing the school and Miss Bitters and all that.
Look at them, Grr. All this time trying to subjugate the humans, and all I had to do was charge them for it. But the children of Earth are letting
Truth.
me down.
Truth.
I need you to use the power of your Erkin robot brain to create a song about peace. One so inspiring the children will have no choice but to peace harder.
Like this?
No, Grr. Try again.
Oh, I think I know. Peace is nice. Peace is nice. Peace is better than chicken and rice.
Yo, bars.
Chicken, rice, rice, rice. Peace is nice. Peace is nice. Peace is better than chicken and rice. Peace, peace,
It's working! It's working!
Stop! Zim's done something to the bracelets! Don't hold hands!
Relax. It's Sim we're talking about. Whatever he's got planned, it's not gonna work.
I don't know. It seems like Zim's really stepped things up this time. Ooh, the tension.
Ha! Nothing happened, Zim!
Of course nothing happened, human. It's not enough to simply attach a space-phasing alien horror blob to these bracelets.
Space phasing?
You'd also need something with the power to harness the dark energy of space to activate them.
Everybody's gonna try and teleport Earth to where the tallest are.
The known universe has such a power. My creation, Minimus.
Listen to that track, man. It sounds like a Gorillaz track about to fire up.
Behold my victory!
Look at me being wrong.
What have you done, Zim?
I teleported the Earth to a part of space directly
Yep,
in the
called
path
it.
of the Erkin Armada. Now the tallest have to visit me next.
Where's our
You
dad?
what? I can't believe I fell for your sad, smoopy
Ooh, that's cool looking.
Is that part of your brilliant plan, Zim?
Probably. I mean, I'm so incredible, even I don't know everything I do. Computer, what is that thing in space that just happened?
Thing is a Forbis hole created by the incredibly stupid teleportation of an entire planet.
And is Florbis hole as cool as it sounds?
Forbis hole will suck in all nearby worlds, wherein they will collide violently with alternate realities.
There, you see? It's just a Schmorbis hole. Besides, the tallest will get here long before there's any trouble.
Zim, that Florbis is gonna destroy the Earth! You included!
If you're so worried about the Florbis, just get your dad to help.
I'm over here, everybody.
He's only a schmillion light years away on Mu Ping 10, also known as Space Prison! Why don't you hop in your spaceship and go rescue him? Oh, wait, you don't have a spaceship! Lawrence! Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some tall company on the way.
Hey, tallest! Something appears to have appeared in our path.
What is it?
A terrifying, deadly space anomaly,
Interesting.
as well as the planet Earth.
That means Zim! This is the worst news I've ever heard!
Sirs, we still have quite a bit of time to change course.
But we're going straight! Yeah! Turn is no fun! Why is this happening? Make it not happen!
It's been 10 years, Gaz. 10 long years trapped in this house with the pudding monster.
It's been 2 days, but yeah.
How come you kids don't play with the science puppy I made for you?
Because it's pudding.
I hate this as much as you do, but it's not like anyone can just walk out the front door. Okay, it's not like we can just walk out the front door. But maybe we can... Hey, Dad.
Stop calling him Dad!
Now pay close attention to that ham, because it's not the last time you're gonna see that ham in the story.
Dad? You and Dib need more father-son time together. Just look at him. He's all messed up. Needs more quality time with you.
Ooh, I see what you mean. You got any suggestions? This was a good idea, honey. Science project with families together. How can I help you, son? You need me to put some science pudding on it?
Maybe later. You just keep stirring, Dad.
Fostering human, you have stolen me away from my rightful owner!
Look, Ship, I get that you don't like me and all, but we need your help.
I don't help anyone. Attack!
See? It's no use.
You hate Dib, right?
Affirmative.
But you hate Zim even more.
Correct.
I see where you're going with this. Helping us break our dad out of Moopington would...
Wait, do you mean Mu Ping 10?
Right! It would make Zim super unhappy.
Flawless logic. I will help you.
Yes!
On one condition.
What's that?
Disconnect my seat sensors so I don't feel your terrible human butts in me.
Deal!
I don't even remember what happened to Tax Ship in the show. I remember it, like, turned into a weird robot version of Dib. And I don't remember what happened after that.
Away for science! Right. Now about that pudding. Don't wait up for us, Calambre!
That's the happiest I've ever seen Gaz.
Anyhow, terrible work on the signs, Gur. Worse than I expected.
Glad to see that the sense of humor hasn't changed much.
Excellent. Now, to ascend this throne and claim my rightful place as... Ah! But where are the flames? I can't rule the world without cool flames shooting up behind me.
Hit the flames button!
Wait, are those peanuts?
Try the peanuts button!
All right. Peanut. Ooh. The tallest will be so happy.
Close, I can almost smell him.
Sirs, really, it's no big deal. We can just steer around.
Wait! Why steer around the Earth when we can just blow it up? Yeah! We're great at blowing stuff up! What is that?
Nailed it.
It appears to be a...
Blow it up!
But sirs, there's still the life-destroying space hole to consider.
Man, this guy! I fly the spaceship and I sure love steering! Yeah.
Oh, look at me steering all over the place. Look at me steering with my little steering hands.
I like that we're funny.
Don't schmeek schmook, fleebity lee, dink dink bloop, sweet.
Hey, your noises are bad. Also, we're here. Moo Ping 10, prison to the galaxy's most infamous criminals.
Oh, looks cool.
Okay, the defenses are about to...
Reminds me of something from Dead Leaves.
Just get ready.
All right, now what?
I'll go cause a diversion and come back when you found your dog.
Our dad.
Whatever.
I really need to re-watch that episode with Tax Ship and try and remember what happened to it.
I was born ready, Gaz. This spy code isn't just to look cool. Ugh.
Because the last thing I remember is it turning into the big dib robot. I don't remember it turning back to normal.
Oh. Normally you crying on the floor is hilarious, but come on.
It's all my fault, Gaz. Ugh. Why aren't you saying I told you so?
Because making fun of you is no fun when you're this sad. You're my brother, man. I only torment you because I know you can handle it. I've done way worse than throwing you in a space prison. This is nothing. Get up.
I was supposed to save the world, Gaz, not help Zim destroy it. I was gonna show people the truth. I knew if they saw something amazing, even if it was horrible like Zim, people would just wake up and stop obsessing over all the little things and see that there was something bigger out there, something to unite against. Instead of fighting each other, the world would know there was...
Hey, Zim, shut up and look.
Ha-ha!
Dad!
Son, I didn't want to interrupt your lovely imaginary speech.
Imaginary.
Well, the last thing I remember was something hitting me on the head and starting this incredible hallucination.
No, this is all really happening. Zim used your bracelets to teleport the Earth to another part of the universe. Do you know how?
He's not gonna know it.
Son, the mem bracelet is just for running apps and world peace. But, theoretically, one could use it to, say, create a galactic stargate of sorts, yes?
That's crazy, yo!
Well, we knew it was possible, but only with the addition of a purely theoretical alien horror blob energized by a purely theoretical tiny purple space moose. But all those things don't exist, so we didn't worry about it.
Mini moose! Dad, if you had that purple space moose, could you use it to teleport the Earth back where it belongs?
Theoretically.
Too bad we're in prison.
3 human butts is too many, so I brought this. Hop in.
This is all so real.
Not a hallucination.
Shotgun feed!
Hang on to your disgusting butts.
What's with you and butts?
Oh yeah, that's cool looking.
Okay, enough running and screaming. Let's mix it up a bit. Maybe bow down before me or something. Leaping is good.
Well, that was very convincing.
Because it's real, Dad!
How could anything that horrifying be real?
Dad, the Earth's minutes away from being destroyed. Why are you laughing?
Mini Moose is a funny name.
Normally I'd say don't touch me, but maybe a little help.
You saw a little smile that she had, and it looked super cute.
This isn't good.
Marvelous! I truly believe I'm falling to a hideous death!
Hang on, Dad! Don't let go!
Don't worry! None of this is real!
I'll prove everything to you! Just hang on! You'll be proud of me!
Son, you don't have to prove anything. I'm always proud of you.
Jeez,
I did it, Gerd.
this is heavy.
Cower in fear before my superior Irkin might. And just in time. Is that the tallest I see around? Dib?
You! Give me the moose!
Dang, that's one heavy briefcase.
Sam! That moose is the only thing that can save Earth from your floorpiss!
Get your own moose, human! This one's mine! Ha! I think you're cool too, Mini Moose.
Man, there's a lot of bees in this special. Vampire bees, space bees, radioactive bees.
Stop! We're running out of time!
You're ugly when you lie, Dib!
I'm not lying!
Then why are you ugly?
Sick burns him. Should have called it Leper Cat.
Well, he's dead. Grr! All this evil is doing a number on my throat. Fetch me a soothing lozenge! Eh?
Alright.
Dad!
That was a sick enter moment.
Why are you wearing those shirts? I never hired any of you!
And that's some Shin Godzilla stuff right there. Ah, that's cool.
Don't worry, son. I've got your back.
Avenge your robot brothers and Maria! Yes, my master! You're terrible, Grr!
It's over, Zim.
Oh, it is? Well, now I'm sad. Wait! Have you forgotten?
You're grounded.
Uh-oh.
And you get away from my son.
What's happening? What is this thing?
He's you, Dad!
What?
Who's me, son? I'm me.
Is that really how I look in your mind?
I'm very confused right now.
So, it has been revealed. You've discovered the clone is not actually your real father!
You told me he wasn't my real father.
Putting weight over. Oh, this feels so real.
We need that boost, Dad!
Nothing's uglier than moose jealousy, kid. What the? Where did?
Yours is the worst. Fun of them all.
Sam! Do you still have that ham I gave you?
Of course! The ham!
See? There's that ham again.
Great work, honey, but...
Honey, fighting didn't solve anything. Also, I found this little moose thing. Look at it. They're funny.
I command you to return the moose and destroy the membrane family.
But they my family. And that guy. It's like looking into a mirror.
Oh, I don't know.
I should have known you'd fail me. You couldn't even learn to make pudding the right way.
Hey! You leave Clembrain alone!
He's just massaging Minnie Moose's butt.
We're entering the floor base! Zim has won! No pressure, Dad, but
Cut me some slack! This is my first move!
Relax. It's just realities colliding like my computer said.
and tearing Earth apart, you moron!
My tallest? The Earth. It's gone.
That's great news! Crisis averted! Hooray! Now we don't have to turn!
Sirs, there's still the horrifying space hole straight ahead!
Why are you so negative? Yay! Woohoo! Yeah!
Nice.
Prepare your eating faces for incalculable nutrition!
Good work, Fudio.
Thank you, Gasoline. I hope you can taste the love simulation I made it with.
Gasoline is her name?
Family and food and science and robots and stuff.
So, does he live here now, or what?
I'm still very confused.
Enjoying your loser's meal, eh, Dib?
Losers? Your plan failed.
Did it, Dib? Did it? What if I told you my plan all along was to steal this whatever it is? Phase 2, it was phase 2 all along.
Is that the ceramic clown puppy from our living room?
Who's laughing now, Dib? IMC?
Why didn't you invite your little green friend in for dinner, son?
Dad, that was Zim, the alien who almost destroyed the world, remember?
Son, of course I remember. I remember getting hit on the head and dreaming up all that crazy stuff.
What?
What's happening? Is everything over?
Yes, Gur. I'm just waiting for the tallest to answer this call so I can tell them all about my success.
Did we win? 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 Did we win?
Of course, Zim always wins.
Famous bit of trivia about Invader Zim is the directors usually had trouble picking
Enemy.
the best take for Gur's line, so they would take like multiple takes.
Here we go. My tallest. I am pleased to report my plan was a success, and I now have
And just put them all in the episode at the same time.
which was my plan all along. Does this please you? That sounded like a yes to me.
Yay! I miss you so much!
All right, I'm happy to say that that really delivered on the hype. I was worried about I don't know. It's been so long. I thought maybe it would be too different. I'm not really sure how to put it. It's just over time, like, people change. Like, their tastes change, their humor changes. And so I thought, even if it was made with the same people, it would still be a very different Invader Zim, but that felt really familiar. The only thing that's different is that it just looks better. And maybe the character, I guess, is a little different. She's not so intense. But that was solid. Great animation, great humor. No, we're not ready for that, no. Alright. I'm pleased with how that turned out. So, next stream. Well, I mean, next stream there's going to be another chapter of One Piece, but I figure I'll also be doing a little more painting, fixing up this, adding some more stuff to these paintings right here, try and punch them up, make them more interesting. Add some extra details like, I don't know, space scorpions or space cobras, space pyramids, space whatever. And, maybe... No, I shouldn't make promises. I mean, maybe something video game related, maybe something... Maybe actually publish a video for once. It all depends on Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I forgot about that. I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. So it's just here on Netflix, and I remember that I haven't watched that yet. I mean, Scott Pilgrim's pretty awesome. I remember the movie coming out in 2010, and I read all 6 graphic novels in preparation. The beat 'em up video game was good. I listened to the soundtrack all the time. For the game and the movie. Maybe I should consider checking that out. I'll figure it out. The way it usually goes is I'll announce the next stream Friday night, and then do the stream, Sunday at 1, like usual. So I've got about like 5 days to figure out what I want my next stream to be about. But until then, y'all have a good day.